Learn game development with me. This is the fastest way to become a game developer in 2022. And did I mention it's also free and we use no courses? Blender Guru stole this from the 4-Hour Chef. I will be leaving a link down below in the description, the first link to this document. Please check it out. And also I'll be giving a shout out to the Blender Guru. You should know who that is. And if you haven't checked out Blender, what are you doing? You guys see the format that he used for his, and I kind of went off on the same format and just did it for game development. Let's get into it, boys. So we have 4 weeks. We had $1 million. What would this training look like? We got to get you going. And if you do not know, I wish I can like insert this clip of Dream saying it. I'm going to try to find it. Minecraft YouTuber Dream. You've probably heard of him. He literally said he learned programming on his second channel in a Q&A off YouTube for free. Mans didn't even go to college. So you can do this stuff here.
Are you in school? If so, what are you studying? Or if you've graduated, what did you study?
I actually graduated high school 2.5 years ago, but I never really considered college. I just felt like at the time I didn't really need it. I have a lot of certifications in software and hardware and networking and everything. And I felt like I'd be able to find a job even if I didn't go to college, so I just didn't go.
Hi Dream, my question is, how did you learn how to code and software develop?
I mostly taught myself through YouTube videos and watching online tutorials and copying a lot of code. I copied a lot of code. But yeah, it was just watching YouTube videos, downloading people's plugins and decompiling them, if you know what that means, and trying to understand how they worked until eventually I did.
Okay, so let's go. Week 1 complete. Unity tutorial 2021 beginner guides for idiots. I kind of have some of these already open, but we're gonna just go straight through it. So you're gonna do this first, and then your homework is just gonna be complete a simple 2D platform like in the video, 1 level. Let's keep this stuff simple. You can go either or. Create the assets yourself, or you can find free assets, because in your game development journey, you're possibly gonna do one or the other. You're possibly going to do both as well. Then you're gonna go on to week 2, learn Unity in 17 minutes. So this one's pretty good. I like the way, the format that this guy makes his video. codemonkey is a pretty good YouTuber. I think you guys should check him out. And then after that, I want you guys to watch this video on growing your code base with each new project. I don't think a lot of people talk about this, or just even kind of like think about it in their development journey. And I definitely think that that's something early on you should be thinking about. If you create a player controller, if you create something, you should be thinking about saving that. Whether you say, I don't think you should try to save that on your hard drive. You know, GitHub is a thing, but you kind of get what I'm trying to say. Like, you should early on start thinking, hey, if I'm gonna code this or create this, I could try to see, can I use this later on? Homework, make sure you understand scripting a bit, or just what route you're going. I want to program with Unity and do C#. Maybe you just want to do the visual scripting. Figure out what that is for you and like do your homework for this section. Pretty much just make sure that you know that tool better. And then week 3 is going to take you 2 weeks to complete, because it's going to be a long one. We're going to go learn Unity beginner games development tutorial, and these are from the GOAT. This is from Free Code Camp. I honestly think like right now, learning programming, learning computer science, whatever it may be, is insane, because you have people like them, Free Code Camp, Code Academy, the Odin Project. There's so many other people like that have created their own computer science curriculum, and they're also throwing out game development stuff. This is one that you should watch. If you complain about 7 hours, I mean, it's 7 hours of pure gold. So yeah, you should definitely check that out. And then the next one, how to use developer documentation. This one isn't even like directed towards Unity, but I still feel like if you're a web dev, if you're whatever developer, you should know how to use documentation. You're gonna learn things faster if you know how to actually read documentation, or you know how to find the information in documentation that you're looking for very, very quickly. The homework is really just mess around with Unity's documentation and just like see if you understand. And the thing that the person put in this that I thought was really, really interesting, the problem is developer documentation is a pretty broad term, and a lot of examples are very imitating and dense, especially to beginners. But in every developer's journey, no matter what you're learning, there comes a time where tutorials aren't helping and documentation is the only way to keep pushing forward. And that is it. After you complete this homework and you understand the Unity UI and you understand the documentation, your final project is literally use everything that you learn, create a game with 3 levels, and try to make a game from imagination and see if you can do it within 2 to 3 weeks. And yeah, that's pretty much what you're going to do. Try to see if you can make a full game. Not really a full game, something with like 3-ish levels, not really anything too complex, but see if you can actually finish something with a given time. Give yourself like 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, maybe a month and a half. And some honorable mentions for some courses, just in case you guys would like a different type of format. Learn Unity is now free for everybody. You used to have to either be a student or actually pay for it. Because of the pandemic, they just went ahead and said, fudge it, you know what, let's go ahead and make it free for everyone. And they have 2 courses on here that I'm even going to take because I think that they're really interesting, which is the junior programmer and the creative core. I think both of these are very interesting. I think you should check them out. And the last one that I found out here, I always find some gems, ladies and gentlemen. I'm starting to find some very interesting resources, and I found this one on here as well. High fidelity game visuals, and I think that's interesting. I think that's very interesting. I want to see what Unity can do, and learn.unity is a very good resource, and like I said, it is free. So if you want to substitute some of the videos for maybe use, like, I don't know, the junior programmer, or even use the creative core, you can. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it. That's gonna be the video. Like I said, I'm also going to be partaking in this. I do not know if I'm going to be able to complete this in 4 weeks. I'm also a STEM student, so my programming classes and everything that I'm taking is super difficult. So I do not know if I'm going to be able to complete this in 4 weeks, but I wanted to drop it for you guys because I know that it can definitely help out some people that are starting their journey. And yeah, if it helped you, please leave a comment, like, and maybe subscribe to the channel. More videos on the way, and maybe even some special videos on the way very soon. I'll see you gamers in the next one. Peace out.